how people can apply those three questions, three important questions which they need to ask themselves for their personal
Yes,
development.
manifestation, call it manifestation, or this is mind programming. When you actually create new neural pathways in your brain.
Look backwards, like how far you have come. So, what
Mhm.
advice, one advice which you would like to give to them? It doesn't stops from the foundations of our thinking patterns. Past does shapes our journey. Present is what we are living, and that will create our future. It's a rapid fire round. I know this is a not a good question to ask.
The only person worth competing with
I am liking this rapid fire round.
every day, in every day, I'm getting better, better, and better. He is the ultimate smile creator on my face. I had these moments when I broke down and I felt that I have to give up. I would give this advice to myself, and I'm giving this advice to my teenage daughter now.
From the problem A to the result C. Who else will benefit? Easy questions, but those lead to wonderful results. Decide what's your life vision? What do you want to see there? I would say bucket list for your life.
Nature. When I have to get things done, it's Kelly Clarkson. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. We meditate to reach this alpha or theta state of mind to actually work on our goals, intentions, problems. I would have saved myself a lot of heartache and self doubt and everything. I had no idea what to do with my life. I had too many choices, too many interests. It ignited something in me. And I saw the result that what I have creates something so good to others. I cannot do something that is not aligned to my purpose. When you are feeling burned out, when you feel excessive stress, when you have anxiety, some kind of symptoms, or even anxiety attacks, the first thing you have to do is I felt empty. I felt no purpose anymore. I felt no happiness anymore. I couldn't feel.
If any of in the audience is watching this right now and they want that emotional resilience to be built, hear out like now what Julia is going to say about herself, how she actually crafted her journey. Julia, what's your story? Hello, hello, welcome, Julia. How are you? I welcomed you for this podcast. So, first of all, thank you so much for taking out this time, and it's a blessing for me too that we are speaking, and for the audience too that they will be embracing about how to embrace a growth mindset and how to adapt that happiness feeling in their consciousness, right? So that's what we'll be talking about. So let me introduce you to Julia. So Julia, she's a mindset growth and a happiness coach. She helps individuals and teams overwhelmed by stress, anxiety, burnout in their crucial transition phases, whether it's a career transition, whether it's a motherhood transition, any transition which you're going through in your lives. So she guides you through that, and like she analyzes the effective she has experienced all those things, and she helps in reprogramming your mindset, and her aim is to help and attain a sense of balance, happiness, and success for each and every individual whomsoever she's interacting with. Yeah. So whosoever is coming in her journey, she is there to help them to provide that happiness environment for them. Talking more about Julia, she is in obviously we'll be talking more about Julia in the podcast, but to introduce her, she's an English, German, and Norwegian language teacher with 14 plus years of experience. She's a human resource manager in a building company too. And throughout her professional and work life, she's felt that the most important task in every life or work situation is to inspire people. And like it's the fantastic potential which she believes that it's there in every human, and she believes that no matter whatever we like it's happening in our lives, whatever it's going in our lives, so the kind of role which we are playing currently, that's what is crucial to leave a positive footprint on this world. Yeah. Her greatest passion is personal growth, and her overall life experiences with all the ups and downs. her teaching experiences, her experiences in HR management field, because she has dealt with resource management too, and her learning experience is the most. She found that the only way to transform our lives, it's the personal growth, right? And she's there to inspire us, share her wisdom, her knowledge for each and every one of us to embrace. And she has done many courses too, on workshops too. The Silver Ultramind, if you must have heard about it, the 6 phase of meditation program by Vishen Lakhani, and rapid transformation hypnotherapy for abundance, professional life coaching program certification, happiness life, the 5 elements of happiness by Tal Ben Shahan, and profession neuroplasticity diploma course as well. So her mission is to leave a positive impact on as many people and as many lives as possible by helping them tap into their minds and live up to their true potential. So I'm sure Julia is a multi-talented and multitasking, and still managing her happiness from inside, for that inner harmony and for that emotional wellness. Listening to her would be a golden opportunity for everyone out there. And I would like to start with Julia. How you're feeling for this podcast? It's just the starting of the podcast. So how you feeling about it?
First of all, thank you for inviting me here. I'm very honored to be here, and it's a new challenge for me too. But I practice what I preach, and this is a challenge for me. This is an unknown territory for me. I have never been on a podcast. I have never shared my knowledge this way and my experience this way. But we never know until we try. And in the comfort zone, as we know, nothing grows. So in order to improve ourselves and to grow in any direction, we need to step outside at least 1% each day outside of our comfort zone. So this is me stepping outside my usual daily routine, trying something new, and hoping to, by doing this, help other people and maybe inspire others to step outside their daily comfort zones and try out something new and see where it leads. This is the growth mindset in progress.
That's amazing to hear, Julia. I'm sure you had been into an amazing journey throughout your life. This is the reason why you became that mindset and happiness coach too, because you've gone through those experiences. So, just to start with my first question to you, Julia, is like, can you share your story, like how your journey from being a language teacher and an HR manager, then becoming a mindset growth and happiness coach, how your diverse experiences have shaped up your approach to coaching, and with all the life experiences you went through?
Well, first of all, I have always felt, like you said, a multitasking person. I have always been interested in very different fields and areas. I have explored the possibility of becoming a doctor. In my early years, I have explored the possibility of becoming maybe a lawyer. So many different fields. But if I take a look back, I realize that all of those fields, if I would have gone those paths, would have probably led me to the same place I'm here right now. And it's because I have never realized before until recently, but it doesn't matter what we do in life. The most important thing is that we feel the purpose, the sense of purpose, that some kind of vision for our lives, what's important for us, what drives us, what are our values, who do we want to be in this life, because we are here not just without any reason. I totally believe that any of us has come to this earth, on this earth, with a purpose.
Yeah.
And I believe my purpose is to share. My purpose is to share and make some positive impact on people's lives, whether it was in teaching. I have been a teacher at school, actually, with different types of students at different age, starting from the first grade until the middle school, the high school. And I believe me as a teacher was a coach, actually, a mindset coach, who was just, besides that, teaching also English and German languages to children at school. And if you would meet any of my former students, I believe they would tell you the same, that our language lessons were always more about life, more about encouragement, more about seeing why do we learn? Where will we see the opportunity to use the languages? What do the languages give us? And I always called languages as the keys to the world's all doors, which open up for us. So after having worked at school for about 12 years, then of course this COVID time came. It was a challenge for the whole humanity and on the planet, I guess. And I wasn't an exception. I felt that I was burned out professionally, emotionally, and that I didn't have any positive energy anymore to give to my students. And that's when I decided that I cannot be a teacher if I'm empty inside, emotionally empty. I couldn't continue doing my job because I didn't believe in just doing the teaching job without being as humanly possible involved in this, and being 100% present, and being this jar which can give, not this empty jar which just drains the energy out of my students. So therefore, I decided to take myself out of that field of my life and do something with it, and heal myself and grow and find my inner voice and passion and love for everything I do again. And that's where my personal journey of personal growth began, through different types of techniques and courses. I tried to heal myself, tried to find my passion again, tried to find again this sense of life vision, sense of purpose in my life. And this led me to different learning possibilities. I graduated in logistics, in a totally different field, transportation logistics and human resources. And that again gave me this opportunity to work in a totally different field, such as HR management, which started with the recruitment of new people to a company. And now I'm responsible for our colleagues' well-being, safety, emotional well-being.
Wow.
And therefore, I believe, again, I found myself in a profession, a totally different field, where again, I found my purpose to do more than my job requirements asked me to do. And after that, somehow, organically, I believe that this coaching came as an essence of everything I have been doing all along, since my childhood, actually. And I would say that this coaching is like this polished diamond that came out of everything I have been doing all along. And maybe it's not my last destination, because I would say I'm addicted to personal growth and to learning, and using my growth mindset. I even don't know where it leads me, but I know that if I follow that, that's the right path. So maybe if we would speak in 10 years, I would have some other professions in mind I could tell you about, but I'm totally convinced that the main goal would be there. The main purpose would be there, to help people to leave something positive after me. So, and those feelings and thoughts and beliefs I also bring into my coaching. And that's what I teach, coach, and try to inspire to believe and to start doing my clients in their own lives.
Wow, wow, Julia, that must have been an amazing journey which you have went through, from entering into the coaching industry. Before that, you were an HR too, and you are taking care of that people now with your emotional well-being too, right? So that's a beauty of coaching industry, that what we become, it's not about what we are doing in the market or what we are providing. What so we are providing the results, but still it's all about what we also become in this journey. It's all about personal growth, it's all about personal development. And it's a beautiful thing to see people like you there from all across the globe, They are concentrating on personal growth because that's what will take us, the purpose which you talked about. And it's an amazing feeling to find that purpose and to align ourselves with the actions which we take to get that purpose fulfilled. And happiness, you said that find that inner peace. So that's what will lead you. So this actually leads me to my second question. In your opinion, what are the key elements which you think to an individual's overall well-being, and how does mindset plays a crucial role to that?
I would say in our overall well-being, in speaking from my experience, speaking from my clients' experience, I would say mindset is the number one factor that affects how we feel, how happy we feel, how purposeful our life seems to us. Mindset, it's like this magic lens. I like this comparison with sunglasses. Have you used sunglasses with different types of colored lens in
Yeah.
your life?
Yeah.
So this idea actually came to me after my son tried out different types of sunglasses in the store. And I remember his reaction. He told me when he was trying on these very dark lensed sunglasses, he told me that, oh, everything is so dark, I wouldn't see anything through those glasses. And it actually gave me this idea that our mindset is actually like these different types of sunglasses. When we put on these dark colored lenses, let's say black or dark blue, dark gray, dark brown, even on a sunny day, even when wonderful, colorful flowers, nature, everything is around us, when we look through those lenses, what do we see?
Yeah.
Everything is in a much darker color than it actually is in real life. And it's the same with a fixed negative mindset. People who live acquiring this mindset, they don't see the wonderful things. They don't notice them. They are not able to notice them and really appreciate them, and of course feel the sense of well-being and happiness and fulfillment, because everything they see through their mindset lens is in a much darker color.
Correct.
And on the other hand, when we try on some bright colored lenses, let's say in the summer they can be orange or maybe with yellow lens, what do we see? Even on a gray day, today in Latvia, it's almost raining. It's a gray day, no sunshine for today. But if I would put those lenses on, everything would seem in a much brighter colors than it actually is today. And this again is very similar to a growth and positive mindset, because when we acquire this, even when there are problems around, and there will be problems, life is life. Life cannot be without any challenges, without any setbacks. But we see things differently. And two people, one with a growth mindset and one with a fixed and negative mindset, can see through the same window and notice totally different things and have totally different sense of well-being just because of their mindset. And the good thing, mindset can be developed. It's not what we are born with and we have to die with that. No, we can cultivate. There are so many techniques and simple daily steps we can apply daily to polish our lenses, as I say, to make our view on life, outlook on life, become more positive and growth oriented. And that's wonderful. It means that everyone has the possibility to do something with that. But you asked me about these key elements. Well,
Yeah.
mindset, I would say this is key element number one and the most important one. But what affects our mindset? There are many different elements. One of them, I would divide them like in groups. So the first group I would say is spiritual.
Yeah.
And we already spoke about this. Do we feel the sense of purpose in life? Do we see the meaning in our life? Or do we just float around without any direction, without any meaning, without any purpose, without feeling that your day matters, that everything you do matters? So I would say, first of all, acquire a growth mindset, cultivate it daily. It's not something you can do once and then forget. It's something you have to cultivate like a good physical shape. To keep that, you have to work out, to exercise regularly. I would say cultivating your growth mindset is the same as exercising, only it's the mental work. And you have to do that regularly and your lifelong if you want to attain this sense of fulfillment. Sense of purpose. Find what drives you. Just sit down and think. What are you here for on this planet?
Yeah.
Are you a teacher maybe in any kind? Or maybe you build fantastic homes? I remember one story. I don't remember exactly who wrote the story. I'm sorry, I don't know the author, but the story was, I can tell that shortly. So the story was about a building site, I guess in Italy. And people on a building site have been interviewed, and the interviewer asked the question, what are you doing? A very simple question, basic question. What are you doing? And the first employee said, well, don't you see? I'm laying brick on a brick on a brick. That's obvious. So what's the question? Then the interviewer asked the same question to another employee. And another employee said, I'm building a wall. And it's also obvious. So that's the exact action. And then the interviewer asked another person. And guess what? What another person said? I'm building a temple of God.
Wow.
All of these people were just builders. They had the same job description. Nothing more, nothing less. But it's the sense of purpose, the sense of feeling the meaning in what you are doing daily. Do you see that or you don't see that? So when I talk to my colleagues I'm responsible for in our building company, I remember this example. And I always remind them, you are not just putting pipes because they are plumbers. You are building the dream homes for people.
Wow.
Because those are the new projects of blocks of flats. You are building dream homes. People have dreamed about this home their whole lives. You're not just doing some simple little task. You're building dreams. And then they look at me and some of them understand what I'm talking about. And those actually are the people who smile the most. And those are the people where I see that they come to work, not like to a dentist every day, feeling the pain and just waiting for the weekend, but they really see that they do something meaningful. Yeah. And those people will always feel more fulfilled. So look for purpose. Another one I would say is find some kind of mindfulness practice that works for you.
Yeah.
And by mindfulness, I don't only mean meditation and really deep techniques, because those are not for everyone and not everybody is ready for them. I haven't been ready to start meditating for 33 years of my life until I was ready, until my mind was open enough. Then I started that. But mindfulness can be in simple daily things. For example, when we go for a walk, go for a mindful walk, talk to yourself, generate ideas, reflect on your day, think about your dreams, about your life vision. This is also a mindfulness practice. When you talk to yourself, when you let yourself really stop and ground and listen to yourself and to your emotions and to your feelings, that's also mindfulness practice. You can eat mindfully, not just while watching TV. You can go for a walk mindfully. You can be a mindful parent when you come home to your kids and not an absent parent. And this is something everyone can do. Find some minutes of inner peace for self-talk, for a dialogue with yourself. Another one I would say is a critical point, that's physical element. We often forget that our overall well-being, mental well-being, and happiness in general consists of two things, and those are mental or spiritual and physical.
Yeah.
And we often divide. Many people work out and exercise and run and go to the gym for the wrong reason, just to look good,
Yeah.
just to look according to some standards. I have been doing this also for many years of my life, and now I see that it's wrong, because it's the other side. It's this side which balances our mental health and our overall well-being. And now I work out and exercise and move my body to feel emotionally well, because it feeds my body. But actually, exercise has been proven to lower stress levels, to even help healing depression, even really real depression. Exercise, of course, gives these physical benefits as well, but exercise is a wonderful tool. Just a simple walk in nature and connecting this with mindfulness practice has a wonderful effect on our well-being. Another one is recovery from stress. We usually hear these phrases that stress is damaging our health and stress is the cause of all evil. I would say stress isn't the cause of all evil. What the cause of all evil and our illnesses and our lack of well-being is the lack of recovery from stress.
Correct.
Stress is not bad. Stress actually gives us this motivation to move and this necessary push, because if we would be relaxed all the time, we would become lazy, because in comfort, we don't have this motivation to start moving. And stress, it's not bad. It's not only bad. It gives us this necessary push. But the problem is that the more stress we have in our daily lives, and of course we have it more nowadays, the more recovery we have to put in.
Yeah.
And by recovery, I mean exercise, I mean healthy nutrition, I mean a good quality of sleep, and some kind of either hobbies or something that makes our heart sing, or maybe some kind of mindfulness, but something that gives us this mental balance back. Stress is not bad. We just have to recover properly. And the more stress we have, the more we have to recover. Another one, I would say, crucial element is this intellectual. One of them is making mistakes. I have understood through my experience that before I started my personal journey of growth, I was afraid of making mistakes. I was a perfectionist. I was a straight A student my whole life, everywhere and doing everything at a perfect pace, and always was afraid to make mistakes, always was afraid of being judged by myself, by others. And now I see that making mistakes is the most wonderful lesson. It's the best lesson we can actually have. And I have my own children, and what I'm teaching them now is that it's okay if you make mistake.
Yeah.
It's okay if you make it twice or 3 times, unless each time you have learned something from it. Of course, it's not very wise to make the same mistake 10 times and not take a lesson out of it. But every mistake should be as a lesson for us. We make a mistake, we learn something new. Next time, we are better at this. We are not at the 0 point anymore. And that's what I'm doing now daily. Every time I get this wonderful opportunity to, like this one, to be on this podcast and try something I could possibly fail at, I could possibly be terrible at. I see this as this opportunity for growth. I see this as an opportunity where I could, of course, fail, of course, make some mistakes. But when I come back from here, I know that I'm not at the same level I was before. I'm better. And next time, if this opportunity occurs, I will be better 100%. So mistakes, make mistakes, allow yourself to make mistakes and learn from them. Don't run from them. Because I believe that the biggest mistake we can actually make in our lives is to avoid doing anything risky, anything that feels uncomfortable, just to not make any mistakes. Then we stay safe in the safe zone, but nothing ever can grow there. And if we step outside 1% each day, risking maybe making a mistake, so there is a 1% chance we can become better every day. Another one, and I really, really, really advise it to everybody, is journaling. And journaling can be so various. Journaling just for putting out your emotions and feelings after a hard or long day, just to process your feelings. Write them down. Open a journal, open a notebook or something like this, and just write down everything that eats you alive inside. And those can be positive emotions or negative emotions, but just let them out. This is like a dialogue with yourself, because when you put them out on paper, first of all, handwriting on paper with a real pen has a direct connection with our brain activity. It means that we actually activate our brain to think about the problems you have been worrying all day. And when we write them down, they become less scary, more logical, and the possible outcomes and solutions are more obvious than before. Journaling can also be as a gratitude practice. Gratitude practice is a wonderful practice that helps us cultivate this positive growth mindset, which makes us focus on the positives daily more. And that's how we cultivate our growth mindset. We can also journal forgiveness and make it as a forgiveness practice, which is also a very powerful tool to make us feel better. Forgiveness to ourselves, because we have so many grudges against ourselves emotionally, which we cannot forgive ourselves and then sabotage our own well-being. And forgiveness to others. And we can set intentions in our journals. We can write down our life vision. We can write down our goals, our dreams. And actually, what is a dream? A dream is a goal with a deadline. Nothing more. And that's everything in journaling. Another very crucial point is relationships. Cultivate real human relationships as opposed to the digital world. Unfortunately, and I have experienced this with my daughter, who is a teenager, who is 16 years old now, I have gone through this. We have never had so much social media and digital world and connectivity through the digital life as we have now.
Correct.
But never in the human history have the depression rates, especially in young people, been so high as now. And this is a phenomenon. We are connected as much as never before, but we are lonelier than ever before in human history. Cultivate real human relationships and just cut down this digital time, screen time, and socializing on social media, which doesn't give us this benefit of connectivity.
Correct.
We cannot survive alone. We cannot be happy alone. People together, people connecting, people talking, people exchanging their values, beliefs, opinions, worries. Only they can help each other be happier and healthier. And another point would be giving. Be compassionate, be giving, be caring towards other people. It might sound strange to others. It might sound totally obvious to others, but the act of giving without asking something back, without waiting for something, get to something back, it's a wonderful tool that just polishes our overall happiness feeling. I don't have a scientific explanation in this. Maybe you can add something from the spiritual point of view, but this is a wonderful, wonderful tool by simply being kind to others. And the kindness and this warmth in our hearts comes back 10-wise. I cannot explain that, but it works 100%. Another one is acceptance. Acceptance of our emotions. Don't deny your emotions, whether they are positive or negative, because we are humans. Allow yourself to be human. We are allowed to feel any kinds of emotions, even the negative ones. Only, there's one only. Active acceptance means that we accept all our emotions, we work through them, but we act in an appropriate way. It means we have to build our emotional resilience, learn the techniques how to manage your emotions, and let them out in a form of socially acceptable behavior. And I would say above all and everything, the most important part is your mindset. And I would say all of these elements I have mentioned before, they are the part of cultivating this mindset and this positive mindset. So this would be my recipe. It's not short, I'm sorry, but this is the recipe I have been using on myself, on my family members. It works, and it helps also my coaching clients.
That's a wonderful way of like putting up this answer to this question, because all these elements which you provided, for our mental, our physical, and our spiritual clarity of our thoughts, right? Everybody wants clarity. Even our physical appearance wants clarity. How do you want me to shape up, right? That's what the clarity is, which everybody is seeking. If you have got that clarity through your experiences with the practices of all these elements, like gratitude practice, the giving practice which you said, because giving is an emotion, I would say, right? It connects you to an outer world, wherein you are not even spiritual, you're not even human, you are a soul there. And that's what connects you to the spiritual world, that you are giving as a soul to the other one, because we came here to serve others. We can take care of ourselves, but how much you'll serve yourself, right? How much food we can eat in a day's time? It's like that. Everybody is there, so we need to take care of those things. And that's what you rightly mentioned, that you beautifully described everything. It's all about relationships. It's all about cultivating that healthy mindset, that how we can follow these practices to build that emotional resilience in ourselves. And I'm sure audience would want to know that the techniques which helped you achieve this kind of a mindset, right? Like, for example, the Silva Ultramind system, right? I think lots of ads I have also seen now for this particular piece. So I would like to know from you that the six meditation program, like how you integrate this into your coaching practices, and like how effective these strategies are, which are already running in the market, and how it can benefit the other folks with the help of you. Obviously, you're there as a coach to guide them, to help them achieve through these strategies, or whatever strategies which you have experienced, you have inculcated in yourself, right? So help them answer, help them
Yes.
to let them know that what they can do with these practices, just small practices, but it can help them achieve their biggest dreams.
Mm-hmm. Well, first of all, I would say I was very skeptical before. I am a person with an analytical mind who never believes in something somebody says and promises me that it will help me unless I have some proof. So I would say I have some maybe scientific approach as well. And therefore, everything I have been going through, and each technique, and Silva Ultramind as well, and the 6 phase meditation as well, I have been looking for some scientific proof to everything that is spiritual.
Yeah.
Because in order for myself to believe in that, I have to understand it deeply. And I would say that Silva Ultramind system is not only a spiritual practice, but it's a deeply neuroscientific practice. And I'll explain why. What I have taken from the Silva Ultramind system, and I apply in my coaching sessions and use daily on myself as well, is the technique which through meditation, so this involves meditation practices. Meditation is a very broad field. There are many different types of, but this exact really connected with myself, really resonated with myself, because I saw the scientific explanation in this, why this works. Silva Ultramind system through meditation helps us to reach a special frequency, brain frequency in which our brain operates at. I didn't even know that something like this existed before. I'm sure you have heard about that, but for those listeners who maybe hear this for the first time, I can explain really shortly. So actually our brain works on a frequency. I'm sure you have had this cardiogram where your heart has been checked. And then when we see the results, we see like this line, the heart rate.
Correct.
Yes. And if we would connect special sensors to our mind, so which can measure the brain activity, this line actually would be something similar to this cardiogram. And this is the frequency our brain works at. In everyday life, when we just function like we now, on a daily basis, working, studying, being active and awake, we usually work on a higher level frequency. So it means, I don't remember the exact hertz, the numbers, but it's higher. So this line would be like this. As opposed to that, when we sleep, if I'm not mistaken, it's delta level.
Yeah.
So we are in this unconscious level, and the level is almost even. So it's almost a line. So it's very low, like waves, very, very low waves. This is the best frequency for our brain to be at. This is the healthiest one. This is the brain activity level where our body can heal, our mind can rest and process all the information we have received throughout the day. This is the sleep phase, the deep sleep phase. And this is fantastic potential, but we cannot use that because we are asleep. Yeah. So we cannot do anything there. We can just allow our body to do the necessary processes, which happen just automatically because it's the nature which has done it like this. But there are other brain levels which we can reach, which are not quite sleep mode and not the awakening mode, but it's in between. And it's about 8 till 12 hertz frequency, which is called alpha level. Or even deeper is called theta level. It's this state between sleep, but when we are still conscious. We are naturally in this state until the age of 7, and that's why children are so emotionally sensitive, and they feel and sense things which adults don't feel anymore, because they live in this state of mind until the age of 7, and then they come out of that. But we adults are in this state early in the morning after waking up and just before falling asleep in the evening. This is the state which allows us be more creative. This is the state which allows us visualize. This is the state which allows us spiritually actually connect with each other and with each other's energies. This is the state which allows us learn everything new, like in this boosted, frequency, I would say. This is the best state we as humans can grow, I would say. And we cannot reach that just by click of a hand, unfortunately. There are techniques which can help us reach that. And meditation is very helpful with that. So Silva Ultramind system actually teaches through meditation, learn to reach this, practice to reach this level as quickly as possible with some practice, and then start working on everything you have to work on. Either those are goals in your relationships, work life, health improvement, and so on. So therefore, I would say that Silva Ultramind system is like using the power of your neuroscientific ability, so neural pathways in your brain to actually make change in your life. And I apply this, and it's so, so powerful. My coaching clients were shocked how powerful this is and how they felt afterwards. And I myself, from my experience, can say that after starting applying this Silva Ultramind system and this another one, which I will tell you afterwards, the 6-phase meditation, I feel like my energy levels have gone up 300% each day.
Wow.
My quality of sleep improved after a couple of days, 3 or 4 days. I started sleeping so well as I haven't slept maybe even before I had children. So it has a huge effect on our well-being, but it's a mental work, and a mental work is never easy and a walk in a park. We have to be prepared to work. It's a work, a mental work. It's not easy. The second one you mentioned, the 6-phase meditation, is from Vishamvakyani, and it actually is a meditation which involves the key elements which we already talked about, which create this overall well-being and happiness. This meditation includes kindness or compassion. This meditation includes gratitude towards yourself, toward in your personal life, in your work life. It also includes forgiveness, really actively working on forgiving somebody who you hold grudge against or are angry with, or any kind of other negative charge against. It also sets intentions for the day to come. It's a wonderful tool. I actually used it this morning to
Wow.
set the intention on how this particular podcast first in my life will go, and how I would like it to go. This meditation also includes setting intentions or life vision for the next couple of years. So it means that you actually create a vision, a goal. You set your vision every day towards which you are going to. And at the end of this meditation, it asks for blessing. And what really resonated with me again is that we are very different. Many people are religious. Many people are just spiritual in any other kind. Many people just believe in some higher power but don't believe in religious. And some people don't believe in anything at all, but they believe in something, let's say, highest power of physics or highest power of anything else, other fields. It doesn't matter actually.
Yeah.
And this resonated with me so much because I don't believe that we should divide ourselves into religions, into any kind of beliefs, because at the end of the day, those are the same.
Yeah.
We have to believe in something higher in order to feel the sense of being protected, of being connected with each other. And I just imagine this asking for blessing as a white radiating light that comes through my body, through my skull, through my neck, through my whole body, through my spine, and into the earth, and it grounds me. And I always connected with my family. I feel this sense of protectedness, and like I'm kind of protecting my family too. So this is the practice I'm doing daily for 7 or 8 months already. And I'm really, really advising it to all of my coaching clients because I see wonderful results. If you haven't tried, you can reach out to me. I'm more than happy to share. And I'm so excited about the results I'm seeing. I want to share this opportunity with others.
Definitely, Julia. I'm sure the folks out there who are listening to this and hearing this out, because this is damn serious about your happiness, right? It's a serious job to do and cultivate these habits, like the Silva Ultra Mind system, which Julia talked about, the 6-phase meditation program. Like it includes your gratitude practice, your intentions, how you need to set your intentions, and how you can achieve your biggest dreams. So that's what Julia is coaching about. So in case if anybody out there, we'll share the links. We'll talk about that in the contact details, how you can contact Julia. But coming to the questions, like the third question which I have from you, Julia, is the fourth question I would say that I know, including these practices, the Silva Ultramind system, the 6-phase meditation program, into the coaching practices, it is helping a lot to everyone. It's not limited to one. It's not limited to two. It's it's an amplified version of everything. Right? It's all about manifesting. It helps in manifesting your biggest dreams as well. Now, The three most important questions which everybody asks, right, for their personal development, like what exactly is required, like what we need to ask ourselves for our personal development. So as a mindset growth coach, I would like to know from you, like how people can apply those three questions, three important questions which they need to ask themselves for their personal
Yes.
development.
Well, first of all, let me rephrase the word manifestation which you use. The three most important questions, or the Silva Ultramind system, different techniques of meditation, can be called as manifestation as well, and many people call that. But I believe, and I was one of those, of that part of people who were very skeptical against manifestation and this word manifestation.
Yeah.
And that's again because I have this analytical mind. I searched for a scientific explanation. So, what is it, what everybody's talking about? And it's actually the same as mind programming. And that's why in my online course, I don't call it manifestation techniques, I call it mind programming for success. I'll explain why. Because, so this three most important questions technique is created also by Vishal Makhiani, the same as 6-phase meditation. The three most important questions are for goal setting in every aspect of your life. First of all, the first question is, what kind of experiences do you want to achieve? And there is a difference, not a goal, not a big house, not a fancy car, not like this or that or something, a thing, but what kind of experiences? How do you want to feel when you are achieving this goal? How do you want your life to look like? How do you want the people around you to feel like? Experiences. You should think about what kind of emotions you would like to live and feel. The second question, how do you need to grow to be able to achieve it?
Wow.
And this is, I would say this is the most important question. How do you have to grow? You can call it manifestation, you can call it mindset programming or whatever, anything else, or just goal setting. There are many different goal setting strategies like SMART goals and others. The main idea is, how do you have to grow? You have to think in which areas, which skills, what kind of knowledge, what kind of emotional intelligence tools maybe you have to learn to get closer, at least one step closer there. And what's the first step you can do right now, tomorrow, not in 10 years, not from the 1st of January, not from the next week? Real steps. What can you do? Who can you reach out to? What kind of help you can seek out to? What do you have to learn? How do you have to improve yourself physically, emotionally, in different types? And this is manifestation, call it manifestation, or this is mind programming, when you actually create new neural pathways in your brain. I would say step one, so what are the experiences I want to achieve? I set an intention. Step number two, how do I have to grow? So I have to learn this, I have to improve my skills in that. I actually create neural pathways in my brain, which is neuroscience, from the problem A to the result C.
Yeah.
Through these steps I have programmed in my mind. This is manifestation, people call that. I call it mind programming. I like it that way better because I can explain that, why it's happening. And question number three, very important. Who else besides you will benefit after you reaching this goal? Not only you, but who else? Your family members, your people around you. Maybe you will inspire somebody. Maybe somebody else's life will become better. Somebody else's opportunities will grow, and so on. Who will benefit? How will your life and other people's lives change after you have reached this goal? And this gives this reason why you have to do this. Absolutely. Not just because you want it personally, egoistically, but because it gives some greater good for anybody else.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
So,
So,
what experiences you want to achieve? How do you have to grow to get there? Who else will benefit? Easy questions, but those lead to wonderful results.
wow. 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 See, this is how a journey shapes up. It's what you want to experience. That's what you explained. The three important questions: how this strategy works, what you want to experience. So you need to analyze yourself for that. The self-reflection mode, which we call, and the how beautifully you described is it's all about mind reprogramming. Right? It's all neuro pathways which are running on the electrons, protons, which are running across energies. So it's all vibrations which are there in us as well and out there in the universe, in every being. It's all vibrating mode. Now, the second question is how you want that experience to be, right? Whether a happy one or whether a bad one. So it's all about deciding by ourselves, decide what you want, right? The
Yeah.
third thing is who else is benefiting from that? Obviously, you are benefiting, but what is the purpose of benefiting yourself if you're not igniting the path of others, right? So
Yeah.
that's the benefit. So three important questions. So I'm sure audience is listening to this, and they would ask these three questions to themselves now after this, hearing this out, because this technique works and it has worked for many. It's not about Julia, it's not about me, it's not about even you. It's about how we can benefit from this technique for others too. Yeah. So ultimate goal is the third one. Thank you so much, Julia, for answering this and taking up this question and explaining it so beautifully that we don't go straight in onto this spiritual path, because it's spiritual or science. It's not spiritual and science actually. It's all about taking it all together to manage the stress levels and don't fall into the trap of superstitions, right? So that's more important for that stability, I would say. So there are 5S which we have connected: spiritual, science, for taking out your stress, for taking out that superstition out, and for that stability which everybody wants. So take care of this 5S, audience, and make sure whatever Julia is saying, you are taking the notes of that. And the other thing, Julia, which I would like to ask from you is like, what advice would you give to someone who is just starting their journeys and they are a little skeptical, because you mentioned that it's good to be skeptical as well, because it's good to make mistakes, but don't repeat the same mistakes. But yes, it's good to make mistakes uh, for inculcating that habit of forgiveness, that we forgive us as well, we forgive others as well. And people who are going through this journey, that they want their personal growth too, right? They want their professional growth too. So they want to ignite their potentials for that, right? So
Mhm.
they would feel overwhelmed about all these situations, right? So what advice, one advice which you would like to give to someone who is just starting their journey towards personal growth, towards their professional success, or they want to rewire their mindset, they want to reshape the mindset programming. So what
Mhm.
advice, one advice which you would like to give to them?
I would say, first of all, take me time. So take some time for yourself just to talk to yourself, have this dialogue or monologue with yourself, and decide what's your life vision.
Wow.
What do you want your life to be like in the future? It may be very difficult in the beginning. I would say flip it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how old our listeners are right now, but let's say at the age of 80 or 90. Imagine you are 90 years old, it's your birthday, and now you take a look back at your life. What do you want to see there? To feel that, wow, that's a great view. What should be there? This question comes from the actor Matthew McConaughey, actually, from his interview. I loved his answer so much that I remember this and I ask this question so many times to my clients because it's really eye opening. Many people don't know where they are going. Many people don't even sit down and think where they are going. Don't have time because of the stress of the responsibilities and everything, and they're just float in life. So every day just comes and goes, and we just go and float along with no direction. And at the end of our days, we look back, and I would say the saddest feeling would be for myself at the age of, let's say, 90, to look back and see all these opportunities I haven't used, all those areas I have been interested in but never explored, all these things I haven't done, not because I have done and failed, but because I have never even tried. So think and write down at least 10 things. You're at the age of 90, you take a look back, and for you to be able to say, what a wonderful view of my life, what has to be on the list, and start backwards. Now, every next hour and day is your opportunity to cross out the first one and the second one and the third one until all of them are done. And then you can make a new list.
Wow.
And this way you actually manifest or you program your mind. Again, you can set answer the three most important questions for each of those sentences you have written. How do you have to grow to experience that? Who else will benefit? And you create this list of, I would say, bucket list for your life to make it really matter.
Wow.
If you cannot answer this from this point of view, imagine yourself at the age of 90 and looking back at your life. It will make it from the different perspective, see your life from a different point of view. Then you will realize what are the things you want to achieve. And we'll start doing them now. That's my advice.
Wow.
Don't
Wow.
waste any days. Our time is limited. We never know how many days we have left.
That's a wonderful way of like giving an advice as well, that look backwards, like how far you have come, or whether you are at 18, whether you are at 30, whether you are at 40, it does not matter. Just think about like what have you all achieved so far, because if you're watching this, if audience is watching this podcast and then listening to us, so they have lived their life, they have seen everything, they have come out of their challenges in their past too, and if they are in a challenge zone in the present too, that's for them to come out, and like it's all manifestations, like the mind reprogramming connects with other beings too. Like for example, if somebody is hearing us out, right, as of now, they are into that zone, in that environment, and they have created that environment. This is the reason why they're seeing us, right? This is the reason why even we are connected, like for this podcast. There is some divine energy who connects the like-minded people when the right mindset reprogramming happens, and it happens with everyone. It doesn't stops with the country foundations. It doesn't stops with foundations of our religious networks. It doesn't stops from the foundations of our thinking patterns, the belief system which we have taken. It doesn't stops anything. But one thing which we need to stop is like empathetic. We need to be empathetic about others. That's what will help you grow. With this is one thing which has always helped me grow in my life. And uh, and thank you so much, Julia, for taking this up question, because yes, past does shapes our journey. Present is what we are living, and that will create our future. And that's what we need to concentrate on. That's what you rightly said, that it's all about what you're doing in present. That's what will shape your journey. So take a deep breath, audience, and even Julia, thank you so much for addressing all these questions. So we come to the end of section one now, and with this, we'll move to section two. And this is a fun element in the podcast series, that it's a rapid fire round. I'll ask you certain questions, and you need to answer in 1 to 3 words, or in whichever way you want to explain it in real quick. Yeah.
All
So
right.
let's start with the rapid fire. Are you a morning person or a night owl? It's sorry, just give me a second. I know this is a not a good question to ask, because we are recording this in the morning, but still, I'll ask this question. Yeah.
Yeah, I am a morning person.
Morning person.
Yes.
What's your favorite book on personal development?
Wow,
So
many of
many.
them. I would say number one for right now, Atomic Habits.
Atomic Habits. Yeah,
Yes.
it's a very good one. And one word which you would like to describe your coaching style, only in one word. What's your coaching style?
Hmm. It will be a connected word, spiritually scientific.
Okay, so it's spiritual. I'll call that spiritual scientific.
Scientifically proven spiritual. I
Okay,
would say like this.
that's a very good answer. That you converted one word into three words,
Yeah.
but it all
Yes.
connects everything. That's a very good. Best piece of advice you have ever received from anyone. Best piece of advice.
The only person worth competing with is your old self,
Wow,
no one else.
wow, wow.
And it's the only competition worth winning and fighting for. No one else.
I am liking this rapid fire round, and I'm sure audience is liking it too. Just mention in the comments if you're liking this rapid fire round, and don't compete with anyone else. Compete with yourself. Your favorite inspirational quote, which has always helped you evolve in your life.
This is a quote from Silva, Jose
Hmm.
Silva, the founder of the Silva Ultramind system. And it's like this: every day, in every day, I'm getting better, better, and better.
Wow. Wow.
Repeat it every day until you believe it, until it's the part of yourself. And then you don't leave any wiggle room for yourself to give up on your dreams.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Uh, every day, 1% better rule. That's what you actually mean. That it's all about not thinking much about the results. It's all about keep bettering ourselves.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Julia, for this. One thing which always makes you smile.
My husband,
Wow.
he is the ultimate smile creator on my face. He can do it in many different ways without even realizing it. Yeah, but he is brightening up my day always.
I'm sure
Find the
he's
one person who can do that for yourself.
wow. Wow, wow. So that support system is always required for anyone. Even if we are coaches, we need that support system. Every individual needs that support system to ignite those intentions in them, right? So join the communities, contact Julia, will share the contact details. But coming back to the rapid fire round, what exactly is your favorite way to start your day? How do you start your day?
I go outside with my dog.
Wow.
I get sunlight, or even if it's still dark, because I live in Latvia and we don't have long days for a long period of time during the year, but going out and fresh air and getting some light, it's the best way to start the day.
Wow. And I'm sure the love your husband is giving, coming back to the second last question, he's watching this rapid fire round, and I'm sure when he'll hear this out, even he would love you more. Yeah. And he'll take care of you more. And that favorite person in your life, this comes to my favorite question as well. Who is the most inspiring person in your life?
It's without a doubt my husband. We
See,
have been together for almost 18 years,
wow.
and he brings the best out of me always. And when I have tried almost to give up, for example, my coaching practice and building everything from scratch and starting new things I have never done before, I had these moments when I broke down and I felt that I have to give up. There is no point. He told me, no, you started this. You knew why you started this. You are getting along. So he
It's a
he 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 brings the best out of me. Yeah.
That's a perfect support system which you have got, Julia, and I'm thanking your husband on your behalf. That thank you so much for taking care of Julia, because she's there in this podcast and she's saying all this. This is the reason why we are doing this, and thank you so much for that. So one habit, Julia, which you always swear by, like you want that habit of yours.
I have several very important ones, but if I have to choose one, move your body.
Move your body.
Move your body, exercise in any kind, just go for a walk or whatever helps you, but move your body. It starts everything else.
Wow, wow, wow. So I'm sure audience is listening this out, and please take care of this moving the body thing, because it gives you that mental exercise too. Your mindset, the neurons which are there, they need that charging too. So move that body out. And thank you so much, Julia, for answering this as well. What is that one word which describes your ideal weekend? It's a cosmetic question, but yes,
One
to
word,
help. Yeah,
nature.
nature. Short and sweet answer, nature. It gives us
Nature.
everything. Yeah.
Being, you just said only one word, so I cannot combine several, but I would say being active in nature.
Wow.
It's the best way for me to recharge. It's the best way for me to recover from socializing all week long and doing everything I have to do. For me personally, out in the nature, fresh air, silence, exercise of
Wow.
any kind.
Wow. Wow. So that's a beauty of nature, that like that aligns everything together, and it gives us a space to breathe. Actually,
Yeah.
everything is breathing. So thank you so much, Julia, for answering this question. What's your favorite song or favorite, I would say, music therapy or something like that, which lifts your mood up?
I would say it differs from my mood, but when I have to get things done, when I have to gather all my strength and mindset and everything together and get things done, I believe it's Kelly Clarkson. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Wow.
It
What
has
does it?
been with me through many different challenges when I have to just get things done. So this is the song I'm listening to.
Wow, wow. So take care of this thing, that what doesn't actually kills you, it actually is making you strong.
Yeah.
I'm sure audience would listen to this song today itself. That they'll search for this and they'll actually listen to this song. Thank you so much. What is your preferred method of meditation, if I may ask? I would like to
I
know, and like
yeah.
just to help the audience too, that in a rapid fire round two, we can
Mhm.
do a meditation method.
As I said, meditations are many different types of, many different kinds of practices. What I prefer is dynamic meditation. And by dynamic, I mean I use this name of the method from the Silva Ultraman system, but dynamic actually means that we don't just meditate to relax, but we meditate to reach this alpha or theta state of mind to actually work on our goals, intentions, problems, healing, and so on. So dynamic means that during this meditative state, I work on myself, not just relax, but work on myself towards my goals and so on.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. I'm sure meditation is all about focusing on the present, right? It's not about sitting at one position or taking the deep breaths. It's all about relaxing ourselves and keep our mind focused on one thing. Like for example, if we are doing this podcast, we are focused on this podcast, right? So this is
Mhm.
meditation for me. That whatever work you're doing, it's meditative. It's a meditative life which you're living. And thank you so much for that. The last question in this rapid fire, which I would like to ask from you, what is that one piece of advice which you want to give to your younger self?
To my younger self, I would have saved myself a lot of heartache and self doubt and everything if I would have gotten the same advice which the person gave to me. The only person worth competing with and comparing yourself to is your old self.
Yeah.
You a day before, you a week before, you a year before, nobody else. I spent a lot of my young years, unfortunately, I would say until the age of 30, I was one of those who compared herself to others and to beauty standards and to success standards and to everything else, which just made me feel miserable. Not worthy enough, not good enough, not talented enough, not beautiful enough, not many things enough. Until I learned to focus on myself, not to compare myself to others. I would give this advice to myself, and I'm giving this advice to my teenage daughter now,
Wow.
who is not listening very carefully to this advice yet, but I hope that she will get this earlier than I get this.
All right. Thank you so much, Julia, for answering all the rapid fire questions. I'm sure it will resonate with the audience out there because everybody goes uh, through such kind of a journey. It's all about how we can overcome all these challenges. That's what you have done, and you're an inspiring soul, Julia. So we are coming to the end of section two now of the podcast, and now we'll be talking more about in the section 3 we'll be talking more about you, like how you got into this coaching journey, like from your personal front, like what actually led you towards this coaching field, and how you're inspiring other beings. I'm sure you're already a teacher, right? And you are already teaching languages, and languages is just a way of communicating. So at least see, without a language, even we couldn't have communicated, right? In this podcast. So languages are essential for exchanging our emotions to each other. It actually gives that emotional resilience within each of us. So if any of in the audience is watching this right now, and they want that emotional resilience to be built, hear out like now what Julia is going to say about herself, how she actually crafted her journey from becoming a teacher, from becoming a mother. It's all about managing and into all those transitions of life's phases, like how you overcame all those challenges. Take your time, it's all yours, and then we'll provide the contact details of yours, how people can also reach out to you for your coaching skills, because everybody needs that growth mindset which you have inculcated in yourself, and everybody needs that inner peace which you're already providing in form of happiness. Yeah. So I'll leave up to you now, like how you want to actually introduce it to the audience too, right? How your journey shaped up, because it's inspiring to for me as well to hear out such stories, and it makes me feel vulnerable enough that I'm not alone in this journey. Yeah,
Mhm.
we are all there in this journey. Like for example, you are not alone in this journey. We are there to support you. Everybody is there, people who are watching this video, so we are there to support you. Julia is there to support you. Just contact her, basis whatever guidance you want, right? Because she has faced everything in her life, right? And it's basis the real life experiences. It's not all BS, which like the other person has done that, other person has done that. No, it's all about you. It's all about providing results to you. That's what her goal is. And I'll hear from Julia. Julia, what's your story?
Well, first of all, I believe that every one of us is going through some, I would say, breaking points or crossroads throughout our lives. And they start in the childhood. So, you know, that there are these periods when children suddenly change because there is this rapid development happening. But those breaking points are happening throughout all our lives. And those happen in our professional lives, those happen in our personal lives, in our self awareness. We grow, we get wiser, we realize things we didn't realize before. And I would say that through my journey, well, first of all, even before becoming a teacher, during the last year of school, if somebody would told me that I would become a teacher, I would laugh out loud. I had never the idea of becoming a teacher. I have the ideas of becoming a doctor, of policeman, of a lawyer, maybe going to the army, doing many different things. I was interested in many different things and good at many different things. I had no idea what to do with my life. I had too many choices, too many interests. And what led me into teaching at first was a sudden opportunity which came up to help students, to help younger pupils with their English.
Wow.
I was still a student at high school when I got this opportunity, and I helped out. And then I believe it ignited something in me. I felt this feeling of wonderful fulfillment after sharing something I had and that could help others. And I saw the result that what I have creates something so good to others. And this is the first spark which led me towards this teaching field, I guess. And then I studied, of course, as a teacher and became a teacher and went on this journey. And why did I quit? Well, of course, we are human. We are going through different crossroads in our emotional lives, personal lives, and so on. And I believe that about 4 years ago, I found myself in these emotional crossroads where I felt exhausted. I felt burned out. Also, it was partly because of this COVID situation in the world, because of remote work, because I didn't have the human contact with my students, because I started feeling that what I do is pointless. I don't reach them emotionally anymore, my students, I mean. I don't get to share this human touch, which I shared before with my students, because everything has become just automatic and remote, and we have to do that, and there is no place, no room for being a human from the teacher's side and from the student's perspective. And that's where I felt that I don't see the purpose anymore. I don't see the reason why I'm there anymore, because I'm just doing the job which anybody could do. But if I don't see the purpose, I cannot do something that is not aligned to my purpose. And therefore, I looked for something totally different and started learning Norwegian, my third language, which I'm also teaching now. And I learned logistics, totally different field, totally actually emotionally uninvolved. And I thought that it's something totally different, which again led me to working with people and again to feeling the need to inspire and feeling the need to show them that what they do is valuable and that it's not just some kind of task they're doing. It's valuable. And then I believe on the way and simultaneously also working on my mental health, recovering from the burnout, from some kind of depression, I would say as well. And I had anxiety attacks during that time. On the way, I was looking for some kind of cure for myself because I didn't reach out for help. I didn't have any mentors. I didn't have any coaches. I didn't seek out to any professional whatsoever. I tried to heal myself as well as I could. And I searched for information. I became so thirsty for some kind of information which could help me heal myself and feel better and feel myself again and feel this full jar which is able to share with others again. And then I started, first of all, exercising. And that's why I swear by exercising, by moving your body. When you are feeling burned out, when you feel excessive stress, when you have anxiety, some kind of symptoms or even anxiety attacks, the first thing you have to do is move your body. And the best way is in fresh air.
Wow.
The second, make sure you get a good quality of sleep. Whatever you do you meditate, practice any mindfulness, write a journal, go for a walk before bed, but make sure you get the right amount and quality of sleep. So exercise, quality of sleep, and healthy nutrition. simple first steps, which make a huge difference when you feel numb. And I felt numb. And at that point, I felt nothing. I had a wonderful family, wonderful kids, wonderful husband. I had it all, but I felt numb. I felt empty. I felt that I have nothing to give anymore, like a shell of a person. And if anybody out there has found themselves feeling the same way, and maybe even felt guilty because of feeling the same way, and I really felt guilty because of feeling this way, because I had it all. I had nothing to complain about. But I didn't feel happy at that point. I felt empty. I felt no purpose anymore. I felt no happiness anymore. I couldn't feel any strong emotions anymore. If anybody has found themselves in the same situation, you are not alone, and you don't have to feel guilty for feeling this way. You don't choose feeling this way. You just have to find a way yourself, or reach out to a mentor, maybe some family member, friend who you can talk to, or if there isn't a close person to you can talk to, reach out for help, for any kind of professional coach, life coach, maybe psychotherapist. Reach out to others who feel the same way. Reach out to any kind of groups with like-minded people. You are not alone. This is the first step to realize that. The second step, which was really, really important in overcoming this emotional numbness, was, first of all, realize where you are stuck in, and that it's not okay, and that in this situation, in this mental state, you are not able to be the best version of yourself. And I certainly wasn't being able to be the best mom I wanted to be for my kids. I wasn't able to be ensuring, inspiring, making them feel secure. I wasn't able to do that. And I felt guilty that I wasn't able to do that. I wasn't able to be as good wife as I would like to be. And I certainly wasn't able to be a good teacher anymore. And that's why I quit. I couldn't quit to be a mom. I couldn't quit to be a wife, but I could quit to be a teacher to my students, because I hadn't anything to give them anymore. So exercise. I took care of my sleep. I looked for anything that could give me some clarity of what is going on with me. And that's the, I would say, hardest part, to realize what's happening with you. You are not broken. You are not bad. You are not suddenly a bad person, a bad mom, a bad wife or employee. You are just burned out or depressed or have excessive stress. You just need help. Seek out for help. It took me almost 2 years to recover fully from what I have been going through. And therefore, I'm here for you so that it doesn't take you 2 years or even more to recover from whatever you are dealing with. I'm here to help you, to give the necessary tools, techniques, everything I have in my power, everything I have used on myself and my coaching clients that helps rapidly, that makes you feel better day by day, step by step. You are not alone. I have been there too. I have come out. And therefore, I'm so passionate to share my knowledge and my experience with others, to help others not to come, first of all, not to come so far as I had come, to not let yourself get burned out in first place. But if you are there, there is a way out. It doesn't mean that you will feel like this forever. You are feeling like this now. There is a way out. So, and that's why I became a coach, because I came out on the other side feeling as well as I have never felt in my life. And I started feeling that people around me start feeling this positive effect too. And actually, one of my teaching clients, my students, encouraged me to become a life coach, because she felt that she is getting this coaching through English lessons as well. And therefore, she encouraged me. So therefore, thank you, Ruta. She was my student who encouraged me to pursue, even think about becoming a coach. And she encourages me on the way too. And If I can encourage anybody to start doing something they haven't done, or to start this recovery process you have been dealing with, or maybe didn't even realize before what it is you are feeling, reach out for help. I'm more than happy to share my experience and find the best tools to help you.
Wow, thank you, Julia. See, it's overwhelming for me too when it comes to hearing out such stories, because it triggers my emotions too, right? And I'm sure audience would get resonated with all those emotions which Julia just expressed, like what all emotional traumas which we all go through, right? And she overcame those challenges. It was a mode of depression, right? I'll not call burnout as depression, because depression is a deep state of well-being, right? You need to take care of therapist, you need then therapists, right? But if you are in that burnout stage, if you are in that overwhelming stage, reach out now, because it leads to depression, right? So now thank you so much, Julia. You're such an inspiring soul, and who have found her purpose in life, and who is inspiring others, millions I would say now, because you've started the journey. Yeah, so I would give that blessings that you start with millions, and you gain those millions of clients, and inspire more people out there, because your journey is something which has already laid a mark on this planet. You have already created that story of yours, because you've realized that path of yours. So your story is now leading the path for others too, right? It will do that. Now, one thing, Julia, which I would like for our audiences, who is watching this, how they can contact you, how, what is the mode which they can contact you, though we'll
Yes.
mention everything in the description too, if there are any
Mhm.
links or two. But what is the best way of contacting you, because you are from Latvia, and there would be some Indian audiences as well, there would be some,
Yeah.
so that's a
Yeah.
mixed group of people we would be getting, right? So let us know, and that's a good thing for everyone to know,
Yes.
even if they watch it after 30 years or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can find me, first of all, you can find me on my webpage, juliacoaching.com. You'll find it later on in the,
Yeah.
in the description. Yes. On my webpage, which is totally simple because it's made by me. And I would encourage you to take a look at that, because this is the way of my growth mindset in progress. I have decided on this journey, I don't use any professional help in creating anything. I have done everything on my own.
Wow.
So my website, as unprofessional as it is, because it's self-made, because was my first website ever, and I'm not an IT specialist. I'm far away from that. It's not my field, not my specialty. But when I created this, so this was my way of also personally growing, because and what I teach my clients as well. What you don't know now, you can learn. What you don't know yet, you can learn. What you are not good at yet, you can learn. Ask yourself the three most important questions. What do you want to experience? So I asked myself, um, I want to be able to open my web page and to see that it's looking quite okay and it serves the purpose, so people
Yeah.
can find everything about me. So, and how do I have to grow to create that? I have to take a look at how to create a website without any knowledge. I did that. Okay, the first step. The next step. Where do I find the right platform to do this for a reasonable amount of money? Next step. How do I create every page? Next step. How do I connect everything together? How do I launch it? So it's the growth mindset in progress. I have never done this before. It's outside my comfort zone. I hate technology. I'm sorry, but I hate it really. It's not my field of expertise. But you can do this anyway. So you can find and at least explore my webpage and read the introduction about me. I also write a blog there where I share weekly And there is one blog post weekly where I share my experience and my journey of personal growth and my thoughts and some ideas and techniques I have used on myself and my clients, which really help to improve your overall well-being. So it's totally free. You can just read it like a newspaper every week. You can also find me on social media. I'm on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, and on LinkedIn. So you can find me there by my name and surname or Julija Coaching. I'm happy to help. You can just reach out. We can have a half-hour free consultation, just get to know each other. I'm really looking forward to meeting new people and sharing your stories and sharing my stories with you to inspire each other. I actually don't care how many people will actually become my clients, because what I really care is how many people's lives will get at least a little bit better after having read my posts, having met me, maybe having seen this podcast. It's the most important. It's what counts.
I'm sure, Julia, your story has inspired many. If they have watched this podcast, like till this time, so it will be an inspiring one for many of the people out there, and it will reach millions. I would recommend everyone out there that please live your stories. Trust your journeys, because our podcast is named as Trust Your Journey. So this was one of the journeys from Julia, that how she actually shifted everything from a perspective, from her mindset, and it's all about reprogramming our mindset. That's what Julia mentioned as well, and she'll help you achieve that reprogramming of your mindset. It's not about just only a spiritual growth or a personal development. It's about everything. It's all about life coaching, I would say. So your life will get shaped up. Contact Julia at juliacoaching.com, and we'll share the details in the description too. Thank you so much, Julia, for coming into this podcast. It's a overwhelming situation for me too, that it happens with me every time. Whenever I record a podcast, such a beautiful story comes up, and it actually rewires my mind too. That how a journey can shape up, how you can learn from others' journeys too, and how inspiring it is to see journeys like these, right? Because the emotional traumas which happens, right, since childhood, we have been seeded with some or the other thing throughout the generations, and languages has been given to us for something or the other, but it has been given to us to embrace. I think everything has been given to us on this planet is to embrace, whether it's negative, whether it's positive. It depends how much consumption we are having that in our mind, right? So it's all about reigniting everything. It's all about reshaping everything. It's all about recreating it every day. So
I
just
totally
one
agree.
last piece of advice which you would want to give to the audience out there, like whatever ultimate thing which
Mhm,
they can do to achieve that growth mindset, to achieve that fresh mindset every day,
mhm.
with that well-being of theirs, to perform at optimal well-being too, right? Everybody needs to perform every day. So what's the best way? What the best tips
Yeah,
which you would give?
I would say, and it will sound silly, simply. It's a very simple advice. Every day, do something that scares you 1%. So
Wow.
1%, do something in 1% of your day that scares you a little bit, that pushes you a little bit, just one step outside your comfort zone. Maybe it's a little bit risky. Maybe you can make a mistake. Maybe you will fail. But just do this 1%. It doesn't kill you. It won't change anything dramatically. But every day, 1%, one little step.
Wow.
In a week, you already will see that something has shifted. In 2 weeks, you will see even more result.
Wow.
And the
Such a
more you will
beautiful
see, the more you will believe in yourself.
such a beautiful like advice as well. And it's not an advice, I would say. She has implemented this thing in her life, and this is the reason why you're watching her, right? And like every day, take that fear out of yourself. Don't jump onto the things, but take the
Mhm.
baby steps, and it will help you evolve in your life. Thank you so much, Julia,
Thank you for having me here.
for being in the podcast, and thank you so much, audience, for watching this podcast so patiently. So, I would like to thank each and everyone out there who has watched this podcast till date, till this time, and whether you're watching it after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, it does not matters. But if the universe has connected it with us, right? Like we have been connected by the universe. Whatever you're thinking, you'll get meet people like that only, right? So we have been connected by the universe. Embrace this opportunity. Embrace whatever Julia as in life coaching, she's providing that to the world. And if you like this video, if you want that such videos needs to be shared further for improving everybody's well-being around. Share this video with your loved ones, share with your friends, share it with your colleagues for embracing that workplace environment too. It will help you evolve as a person in your professional life and your personal life too. Avinash Sharma signing off. Julia, thank you so much for that. But be there. We'll talk for a couple of minutes after the recording. I'm just thanking the audience. So just a last thank you from your end, then we'll stop it.
Yes, thank you very much for being here, for listening. And I would maybe for the last minute, I would like you to remember. I don't remember the exact person who said that, but it's working. And I would really suggest you to think about that. We don't get in life what we want, we get exactly who we are energetically. So, in order to improve something in your life, in order to set some braver goals and reach some visions in your life, first of all, you have to align your energy with this future outcome. And it's all about the mindset. You have to create in your mind your future self. You have to create in your mind your future body. How does it look? How will it look like? How you'll feel like, your environment, your home, your people around you, everything. Only then you can achieve something more. I really wish you that. And if you need help, I'm here. Reach out.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, Julia. So we'll wrap this up. Thank you so much, audience, for watching this. And the one thing which Julia mentioned at the last, take care of yourself, right? And you'll be able to take care of everything around you. Just create that energy, which Julia said. And if you need any help, reach out to her. The contact details are mentioned in the description below. Avinash Sharma signing off. Trust your
Thank you.
journeys and it will lead you forward.